All right, good night, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Profit Jumpstarter Wealth Bootcamp. I am Keisha Bailey, aka Keisha the Teacher. We are back for day 2. I see everyone coming in. Let me know where you're joining from tonight. The chat is loud and active tonight. Oh, good, everything connect. So let me know where you're representing from. I see Sasheen from St. Thomas. Big up yourself, Sasheen. Welcome back to day 2 of the Wealth Boot Camp. Excited to have you. Let me see who was here with us first tonight. We had Jadon. Early. Hello, Jadon. Big up yourself. Where are we all joining from? I see Christine is from Kingston 19. Dashma Rose back from Mandeville. We have Chinny Palmer from Linstead back again. Nicola from Canada. Big up yourself. Representing from the Great White North. Vermont, Jadia is here. We have Namibia, Linda. Wow. Welcome. I know you are very serious, Linda, because the time difference is drastic and you are here. You're serious about becoming wealthy. So love that. So Nadine, first time joining from Kingston 12. So we are back day 2. Can you believe it? Just like that. Montego Bay, Kimberly, big up yourself. And Toya from Toronto. Welcome. Jadon from Kingston Hermitage, my hometown. Welcome. All right, so day 2. Last night was amazing. I got a lot of emails, lots of DMs from persons saying, boy, Keisha, you really helped me to think about building wealth differently. You bring a nice, different approach. I like that. And I am very happy that you guys were able to take away something for yourself from last night, right? Drop in the chat. Just one thing that really did stick with you from last night. What's that one thing that make you say, look here, I have to come back tonight, I have to come back and hear the rest and learn some more. I have to be here tonight with my money book. What is that one thing from last night that really just hit you and you say, yeah, man, this is it, this is the time for the transformation. I am going to become a wealthy person. I'm changing my identity. I'm transforming. My future self is wealthy. And I want to be back for day 2 to learn some more so that I can go and implement it. What are those things? Let me see. Victoria, the becoming talk. Yes. And I wholeheartedly believe in it, right? It's not just like, yeah, more rich tomorrow, want $1 million by morning. It's we need to transform our identity. We need to be a wealthy person. When you're becoming wealthy, everything will fall in place. The money will come, the freedom, the generational wealth, the legacy will come because every single day you are implementing the habits, the systems, and the processes of a wealthy person. And over time, it's your identity. People are going to see and say, wait a Victoria. Victoria is a wealthy person. I see that because every day she's consistently showing me that in her identity. So Sharon is saying importance of a circle of friends. Look here, it's important to have even just boundaries. We're not saying we're cutting off nobody because we don't cut off nobody, but we have to have these boundaries in place because we're going places. Our identity is evolving. People are going to see that. They're going to say, well, but how come you not talk to me about the I don't talk no more? Every time I call you, they are bank, you say I look for buy real estate, you say I look for invest. That's all you talk about every day. Your identity starts to change. But what we hope for is that your friends evolve with you, they move with you. And that's what we want, that you inspire others to come on the journey as well. Jam is saying, I control money, money doesn't control me. Kimon, money flows to me effortlessly. Keisha likes, I control money, money doesn't control me. And then Victoria is saying, my circle is doing things, but no one wants to really delve into it. So the hope then, Victoria, is that you're able to push your circle forward. You bring them forward, invite them to the boot camp and say, come and listen for yourself, learn for yourself, because we're in this together. Let us come together, and then we'll all our reason about what where Keisha talk about at the boot camp. Let's do that. Right? And that was tracking your money seriously. So we're taking a lot away. Endemic said budget, budget, budget. Yes, that's important. We're taking a lot away. I know we're going into day 2. We're going a bit deeper tonight. We're going more into the specific habits. So last night was, laying the groundwork, laying that foundation, changing your mindset. And I really wanted to make sure that by the end of last night, everybody had a different view on what wealth is. So I think I accomplished that now tonight. Now that we have that new view, we're going to start looking at how do I become wealthy? What are the specific habits? What are the specific steps, the processes that I need to implement? So that's what we're doing tonight. So writing, only for writing, I'm going to be going through in a lot of detail. Drop your questions in the chat if you don't understand anything. Anything that's not clear, drop it in the chat. I will answer you. That's what we're here for. All right, so queuing up the slides, we're going into now day 2. We're looking at the basics of investing, and we're going to keep building on that tomorrow. So day 2, today we're first starting about the smart way to save. Saving is important. Saving has a purpose. We're going to look at why you should save and how you should save. Then we're going to compare saving and investing because I want everybody to understand the difference between saving and investing. They're 2 different things. People use the words interchangeably and say, yeah, man, me save. Yeah, man, me save. Regular, me save. My bank book, me always a save. And some people may say, well, may I invest, may I invest. 2 completely different things. They complement each other, but they are different. So we're going to look at that tonight. And then we're going to start talking about different types of accounts, because what happens a lot of time, we have the bank book, we go to the bank, we go to the broker, but we don't really know what to tell them. We don't really know what account we want. We don't really know. When they give us advice, we're not really sure if it's the right advice. We're not really sure if it makes sense. We don't know what to ask for, but we just kind of take what them say and say, you know what? They work at a bank, they know more than I do. So, I just going to go with it. I'm going to shift it up a bit, that I'm going to be teaching you what to ask. So that helps you and it helps the advisor as well, because the advisor is going to get a better understanding of what you are looking for, what you're looking to achieve, and they will help you to find suitable investment products. We don't want you to go and say, well, just give me something, because I just want to put up my money in something. We want you to have that informed, that detailed discussion with the advisor. The advisor must be able to say, wow, that person, I really know what's going on, man. That's what I want. And so we're going to be looking at that tonight. We're talking about the types of accounts, the different types of investments, and the different types of investing strategies, which are different from saving. So let's jump into it. For those who come in tonight for the first time, I say, who is this person? Maybe just hear about one bootcamp, I'm going to show up, I'm going to come. I am Keisha Bailey. I'm your expert wealth coach. That's what I do. I teach you exactly how to turn your money into wealth and then take your wealth and build a legacy. We're about the lifestyle of wealth. That's what I am teaching you to achieve. I'm from Jamaica, living now in Toronto, but always true to the art, yadi. I've also been in the financial sector for over 19 years, a very long time. I've had a whole heap of accolades and degrees and all that because I've studied finance for a very long time. So I know it. Good. And I'm very good at explaining it. So it's not so confusing and it don't sound like gibberish. I'm very good at breaking it down. And that's why we're here tonight, to get it break down. So also I've managed over $100 billion. Whole heap of money, seen a lot of money, done a lot of things in terms of different investments. And my passion is showing persons just like you here tonight how to accelerate your wealth creation. So that's why I am here. You are here to learn. So we're going to go into that. These are all the places I've worked for, touched with over the years. Some of them more probably should be up there, but I think that covers the big ones. And then, no, importantly, I'm your wealth coach, not your financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice. Don't go nowhere and tell nobody, say, Keisha, tell yourself to go buy this stock or go buy this bond. I cannot do that because I am not a licensed advisor anymore. I don't do that. I gave up the license because what I want to do is to be able to hold your hand and teach you and empower you. For me to do that, I need to be a wealth coach. So clear distinction. I don't have any credit card to sell you. I don't have any products to sell you. I do not sell any investment products. You won't go in a bank and see me sit down behind a desk because I'm not a advisor. Just so we're clear, I am teaching you, I am supporting you, I am letting you understand how exactly wealth creation works so that you know can take it and go and implement. That's the aim. So just so that we all know. All right. So affirmation for today. This is how we're starting because we're building upon the work from last night. How we're starting is that my finances don't scare me because I have a plan. Say it with me. Drop it in the chat. My finances don't scare me. Probably should have put my finances don't scare me anymore because I have a plan. And the plan you have is the gift from last night, the money planner. You are supposed to be working through that, working through your money planner, writing down. So my finances don't scare me because I have a plan. I see persons putting it up. Rochelle has it up. Endemic, my finances don't scare me because I have a plan. We need to say it. And we need to believe it. We need to own it. We're not afraid of no money. Money can't run our head because we control money. We control money. My finances don't scare me because I have a plan. Nadine is saying it as well. Good. My finances don't scare me because I have a plan. I know what to do with my money. No, I'm sure we all see this because big up in the news. And when we think about, having a plan, and last night we talked about tracking our money. And if you don't know your money, you can't grow your money. And then boom, look at this in the news. It's very topical. It's very topical. I wouldn't say you say it doesn't know his money, but I believe that because of the tracking, we're able to uncover this fraud that's going on. The frequency with which the tracking happens is a whole other thing. However, it's because of the tracking we can see this. So for other persons who may say, I have my money at the bank or I have my money over there, so yes, or wherever, how often are you looking at your money? How often are you logging into your account and checking it? It is important. We see Cardi B talking about her weekly spending plan that she gets. And we see another instance today where because we have people watching the money, they can pick up fraud. So the benefits are there. They are real. It's unfortunate that, you know, all this scamming and all of that going on. However, it is important to know your money. That is the lesson of the day. You have to know your money. You have to track your money because it's yours and nobody else. It's your money. You have to know it. You have to know it to grow it. You have to know it so you not lose it. You have to know it so nobody not take it from you. You have to know it so nobody not scam it from you. So you have to be tracking your finances. It is critical that you do that. And I want us to really understand that. Because some of us, we can't say, boy, if somebody scam me a couple million, all right, we can't say that. We cannot. So you have to track it. You have to track it so it can grow. Right? We have to be a good steward for our finances. We can't just, the money in the bank, but probably once a month or every other month, I log in to see what happened. And I think, say, I probably 10,000 or 20,000 in them. I'm not really sure. Or I have to call somebody for me and ask them how much money in my bank account. Know your logins for yourself. Know your own logins. Look on your own account regularly. Track your spending. Make sure you're updating your money planner. Make sure you are focused on your finances. It is your money, not my money, not you seeing money, not stocks and securities money. It is yours. It is ultimately your responsibility to know what is happening to your money. Plain and simple. And I want everybody to understand that very clearly. Are we good on that? That was, you know, my little preaching there because it is important. I can't stress it enough. It is important. You have to know your money if you want to grow your money. This year can't catch you where you're not really checking your account. You're not tracking your spending. You just, you know, come what may, you just here, there, everywhere. You have to be a good steward. You have to take your finances under your wings so that you can build your wealthy lifestyle. Amen. That is it. That is it. Now, we're going to start first by learning how to save the smart way. When we talk about saving, I'm talking about putting money into a savings account, an account that have the words savings account on it. We need some money tucked away. Savings account typically have very low interest rates. And so some people don't like putting money there. And that's fine because, you know, you say, well, them interest here very little. We can't bother put the money here, so I'm not earning a lot on it. It now grow. The purpose of your saving is for emergencies and for uncertainties of life. Because the savings you can easily and quickly draw on to cover an emergency. That is the purpose of saving, for short-term uncertainties. That's what it is for. You need to have savings. But the amount of savings you have is the important thing. The amount of savings you need to have is for those short-term uncertainties. The long-term wealth creation comes through investing. But for the short-term uncertainties, the any and everything can happen. Me not sure if, you know, me gonna need 4 tire, or me not know if, you know, the insurance I gonna do, and those things, the school fee, all of that comes from the short-term uncertainties, and so the savings are needed for that. Now you have to determine how much savings do you need. That's where the smart come in. What people do a lot is that they just throw money in the savings account. They don't know if it's enough. They don't know if a little bit. They're not sure. But they start getting nervous over time because the savings account is not growing unless you put money in it. And so you start panic because you're relying on the saving account to build wealth. Especially if a person is growing on, you know, you're coming close to retirement, you say, boy, I have the little money in a credit union, I have the little money in a savings account, but it not grow. The aim of the savings account is not for growing for wealth. It's for short short-term uncertainty. If you want your money to grow, it needs to be in an investment, not saving. But the saving is important for short-term uncertainties. The amount of savings you need to have is determined by this little acronym here, SMART. We're going to do this together. We're going to say, all right, I need to clearly define the goal of my saving. So I want to save enough for my vacation. I want to save for back to school. I want to save in case I need tire. I want to save for any short-term uncertainty. You write down what that uncertainty could be. And then we're going to put a number beside it because it has to be measurable, because you have to put an amount in the saving account. You can't say, I'm going to put something. Something is not a number. It has to be measurable. It also has to know when we say, all right, the back to school are going to be 10,000 or 20,000. The fourth tire are going to be 200,000. Write them down and then add it up. That's the measurable piece. Then we now come to action, because maybe you do have all that money one time. You probably do have so much money one time. So we're going to say, how can we build up our savings account balance to this number? Can I put $5,000 a month until I reach this measurable number? What can I put each month? I need an action plan because I'm serious, I am deliberate, I'm intentional. So what should I put each month until I reach that target number? And let's be realistic. I don't want to put a number. I say you can't do it every month. Be realistic. It's going to take time. That's fine. But be realistic. That's where the time bomb comes in. If it take you 1 year, is 1 year it will take you. But at least we know you're becoming intentional. The wealth is your lifestyle. It's your life. We have time. Time is on our side. No need to rush. Time is your friend when you're living the wealthy lifestyle. Time is on your side. We're buying back time so we have freedom. So when you understand that time is on my side, you don't have to rush to any number because you're doing the daily processes and habits of a wealthy person. You're most wealthy. So I want us to sit now and we'll go through the SMART goals. We go specific, measurable, actionable, reliable, and time bound. Write it down. Why that matters is because we have to stay ready. Them say stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. You stay ready for any challenge, any short-term uncertainty. And the safety net is crucial because when you know that you have that little money tucked away, you are more confident about life. You're more confident. You know that you can take a vacation and then you're at work one day, you get stressed out. You say, well, I know I have my little vacation savings. When I start getting too overwhelmed, I'm going to go on a vacation. For self-care, would live in the wealthy lifestyle. So self-care, important. I can go on vacation, take care of my mentals, keep them strong because I have this emergency savings there. My travel fund, my holiday fund, my back to school fund. We have to start building it. If not, we are going to go through sleepless nights. We're going to start think more if we need to go start chop, or if we have to go scam, or maybe we have to go thief something from. We don't want to live that way. We don't want to be caught up in all of that. So we're going to set SMART savings goals and then reach them. Simple way, I'm making it very simple for you because some person may say, boy, that SMART thing, they're kind of deep, Keisha, it's kind of deep. But then, easy way then, work out 3 to 6 months of your expenses and then put that now as your savings number. We know the expenses because with the 50, 30, 20 rule last night. For those who weren't here, watch the replay. We did the 50, 30, 20 rule. We know what our total expenses are. That's why we're building, right? We know our total expenses. Multiply that by 3 or multiply it by 6 to know how much money you need to have in your savings. Why 3? Why 6? It depends how likely is that uncertainty. For some people, they say, boy, I can do 3 months because I have some other things I want. I have multiple income streams. So it's very hard for me to earn 0. So I just will tuck away 3 months of expenses. For other people, you may say, boy, right now, Keisha, I only have one income stream. If tomorrow we go in recession or pandemic resurge, it's go rough. So you know what? I'm gonna stack away 6 months of expenses. That's how we think it through. Multiple income stream people, you can just say 3 months of expenses in your savings, because the likelihood of all of the multiples of streams to shut down is low. But if we have one income stream for now, we start with that 6 months of expenses. That's how we want to do it. I know the little trick, the little hack, as they call it, the hack is to make sure that the funds, these emergency savings, are not easily accessible, because we want to bring some discipline into what we're doing. So we want to say, all right, I can't just go to the bank and just draw it out quick, you know? Because some people will call it emergency that them here want to do, and them say, oh, that's an emergency, my here. And they pull from the emergency savings. That's not a true emergency. So we want to make it a little hard to access the money. Not impossible. We don't want to lock it away so tight that we can't access it for a true emergency. But what we want to do is make it a little harder. So what a lot of the Profit Jumpstarter clients do is that they may say, you know, I won't put a bank card. So it's a little harder. I forgot stop what I'm doing and go in the bank and join the line to draw the money. So I'm less likely to just all willy-nilly touch the emergency savings. That's a good one, right? We can just say no bank card on this account. We can try that. Or some people say, no, I will make it that somebody have to sign it. I have to ask my mother or my sister or my husband to sign something for me. So it's a little harder, right? You have to bring in the discipline. We know ourselves. Be real, be realistic. You know yourself. What do you need to put in place to make those funds not that easily accessible? So Al is saying, I call my emergency funds a peace of mind fund. Beautiful. My cousin says, because I save an emergency fund, that's why my house burned out in June. What I actually saved happened, she said. Well, but you did stay ready. You did ready, right? That's the important thing. You were ready. So you're also giving a good suggestion. You can put in a US dollar account where you have to join the line or make a transfer, right? Make it a little harder for yourself to touch. We don't want you to say, well, you know, my nails look so bad. I have to do my nails. I have to just touch my emergency fund. You do that. Or sale going on in the US. I have to go. Yeah, this is an emergency. Not really an emergency. Make it a little hard to access. That's what we want to do with the savings target. Make it a little harder to access. Now, when we are going for the specific type of savings account, because we know how much we need to have, which is 3 to 6 months of expenses, we now need to put that money into a specific type of account. Here are some things that we're looking for, right? I'm helping you to have the conversation with your bank. What do you go into the bank Monday morning to say to your advisor? I am coaching you on what to look for. You want to ask for accounts where the interest rate is over 2.5%. So you say, hey, looking to build my emergency savings. I want a saving type of account where the interest rate is greater than 2.5. That's a nice number, because the advisor will now know what to look for. Instead of you going in and say, boy, I want to stash some money, I need an account. There are many types of accounts. But if you go in saying, I'm looking to create an emergency fund, I would like a form of account that gives me about 2.5% or more. And they can say, you have any account name a high interest savings account? I would want something like that. The banks all call it different things because, you know, they are fancy names for their accounts, but they're all essentially high interest savings accounts. Some of them call them money market funds. Anything like that is a good vehicle for your emergency savings. A good place to stack away that money. Especially this year when we have higher and higher interest rates, you're going to find that your emergency savings will do very good because the interest rates go up on those accounts every time the BOJ or the US Federal Reserve or the Bank of Canada increases rates. You find that those short-term savings account, the rates go up on them as well. So thank me later for that. You're gonna be able to get a nice little, or not really fantastic, because remember, the saving account is not how you're going to build wealth. The saving account is for those short-term uncertainty, but you're going to get a nice return on those for now, for this year, because of that. So these are things you go in to your banker and you have the discussion around that, what to look for. But no, you're more educated. You come in, your chest can all up and you say, yeah, I'm looking for an emergency savings. That's what I'm trying to build. I'm looking for an account that gives me 2.5% or more. Maybe you refer to it as a high interest savings account or a money market fund. That's what I'm looking for, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor. That's what you would say. You know the thing. You're demonstrating you know the thing. You're walking confident. You're taking control of your money. That is what we want. That's what we want. So these are your action steps, right? The specific habits, the process, right? Right, so Toya from Toronto, yes, in Canada, they call them GIC accounts. Yes, that would be it, the equivalent there. As I said, them call them different things in different places, but the core of it is, it gives you an interest rate typically over 2.5%. So it's a high interest savings account. Whatever the bank chooses to call it is a whole other thing. But at the essence of it, it's a high interest savings account or a money market fund. Yes, but I hit it there. GIC in Canada. All right. So now, affirmation time, because we know I will save the smart way and then invest everything else. Because the short-term savings is one thing. Every other penny goes into investing. Coming back, let me type back for you. 50, 30, 20. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% saving and investing. Out of the 20%, we're only saving enough for the short-term emergency, which is a 3 to 6 months. So you go work, we already worked out what that 20% is. Out of that number, we're only going to save the 3 to 6 months of expenses. Everything else is going into investing, because that's how we build wealth. I want it to connect fully and cement, because that is the process of building wealth. We have the emergency fund and it's ready and it's stuck. But then every other cent, every single cent, every penny goes into investment so that we can build wealth. Got it? Good? Connect. Just give me a connect in the chat so I know that it connect, that we see it all together. Just connect so I know, I will understand fully what we need to do, because that part is extremely important for everybody to have clear. From 50, 30, 20, where for every $100 way you get, $50 go to needs, $30 go to wants, $20 go to saving and investing. Out of the $20, we're going to first say, all right, build up that emergency savings to the 3 to 6 months. Then the rest of the money goes into my investments. Good. I said the connect. Good. So we'll understand that is clear. The foundation is clear. We're set. All right. So that's how we're setting up our saving plan. Everybody number different though, because everybody 3 to 6 months of expenses is different. Everybody expense different. So it is a personal calculation you are going to do, because everybody have different numbers. You have to sit down with yourself and write down what your expenses are. You're using the money planner from last night. For those who missed last night, money planner is right under the replay of that video. So you can download the document and fill it out. This is why everything builds on each other. You can't miss even a minute, because everything connects together. And I see the connect coming in, so we'll understand we are good. Perfect. Now we're going into the next part, the investments, because the saving alone, now go cut it. It's not enough. Investing has to come. Investing is a must. Now, this graph here shows you the difference between saving and saving from long time and building up versus you start saving late. So the important thing that we're all here in a 2023 on January 13, we're all here together, knowing that, look here, this is the day we are going to start implementing this process. Investing sooner rather than later pays off. That's what we want. And we are do it. We're serious. Now, difference between saving and investing, just so we're very clear. When you save, your money goes in a bank account. Saving is good for emergency fund. But with saving, you cannot build wealth because the savings interest rate does not beat inflation. And if you want to build wealth, you have to beat inflation. That's the secret. Your return, your interest rate have to be higher than inflation. That's how you build wealth. Easy thing to do. It's just people don't know. Say, wait there. Me have to make sure some beat inflation. That's what you do. Savings does not beat inflation because the interest rate that you get on your saving account is the 3%. Inflation is much higher than that. Inflation in Jamaica is about 9%. Inflation in Canada is about 6%. Inflation in the US is 6% too. It's much higher than the 3% you're getting in your savings account. That's why it don't cut it. That's why you can't build wealth, because the return you're getting is too low. But that's fine because the saving is for the short-term uncertainty. When you understand that, it is powerful. The saving is for short-term uncertainty, so I just leave that and I know say anything happening in the short term, good. Over here, investing is where we make our money work for us. We're building long-term wealth and we're getting financial freedom. Investing beats inflation, and that's why you can build wealth. Now, with investing, you have a higher return, but it comes with higher risk. A lot of people shy away from this part and say, boy, I'm not do that. I'm see the high risk thing, I'm not do no investments. You have to educate yourself around investing. That's why. You have to understand the different types that are there and what to do with the different types of investments. That way you can manage this risk. You can't eliminate it, it can't go away, but you can manage it. But you have to do it. Same like when they say, you have cold or you have cough and you have to take the medicine and you say, Lord, but it tastes bad. Oh. It works. Which one I said, Buckley's taste awful, but it works? Investing works. It works. Every millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire invests. So we have to do it. But we have to manage the risk. That's where the education comes from. That's where working with a coach like me helps you to manage that risk, because I teach you what to do. But you have to do it. You have to invest. Now let's go through the different types of investments that are there. We're going to go through it together. Anything you don't understand, drop it in the chat so I know and I can explain it further. That's what we're going to do. Types of investment. The first one a lot of people will see out there are unit trusts or mutual funds. That's one. Then real estate is a type of investment. Stock market, where everybody knows IPOs, stocks. Everybody knows that one. And then new kid on the block, private investing or private equity is a new thing we're going to talk about, where your own business is or you invest in businesses, right? Cryptocurrency also is there as a form of investment. It's an alternative type of investment. It's there. We'll talk a little bit about that and how exactly would you become an investor in cryptocurrency. But these are different types. You have to understand the different types before you put your money in the different types. If you don't understand them, you won't know what to do. I remember we're taking control, so we have to understand. So let's start with unit trusts. Unit trusts, aka mutual funds, same thing. It's just in different countries. They're called different things, but it's the same thing. Unit trusts Mutual fund, same thing. The unit trust, aka mutual fund, is a collection of different types of investment. I like to call it like a bouquet of investment. So when you look on a bouquet, you see a rose, and you see a little daffodil, and you see a chrysanthemum, and we create this bouquet. Same thing with the unit trust. It has different stocks, different bond. It has everything coming together, a nice little bouquet of different types of investments. The unit trust is managed by a professional portfolio manager. That's the thing with it. So it's not you doing the work. You just put your money into the unit trust, but you have a professional manager who is managing around the funds. Then we take out the rose, put in a daisy, take out the daffodil, bring in an orchid. That's what they do. That's their work. That's what I used to do for a long, long time. Very technical work. But when you invest in a unit trust, someone is doing the work for you. You just put your money in the unit trust. You pay fees. A lot of people don't know that. You pay fees for someone to manage it for you. The return that you see is after the bank take out them fees. That's what works, right? New thing like an ETF. Yes, Scotty brought up ETF, exchange traded fund. It's a modern, or I guess modern version of the unit trust. It still is a bouquet of different investments, but it has lower fees. We don't really have any ETFs in Jamaica yet. We don't. But internationally, there are many ETFs, which are the same here. Just think of it as a low fee unit trust. Somebody's still managing it for you, but the fees are lower with the ETFs. None are really there in Jamaica yet, but internationally, you have a whole ton of them, a lot there. But for persons who may be saying, well, I want to invest, but I don't really know the intricacies just yet, unit trusts are a great way for you to at least be investing, because you're letting somebody who know what they do manage the money for you. And it's okay, you pay a fee because better them than you, because you don't know what you do. But you know that you need to invest. And because you're serious and you're taking action, this is a nice starter way. So what that look like? We'll go into our bank, to our advisor, and we'll say, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor. I would like to invest for wealth because I know that I need to invest for wealth. So can you discuss with me the different forms of unit trust or mutual funds that you have? I understand you have some growth one and some income one. Tell me about them, please. Also, I know there are fees because you are managing the fund. Can you tell me what the fees are? You will go now through that discussion with the person. But you know what to say, you know what to look for, you know what to ask. Growth mutual funds are the ones that are focused on growth. It's a growth strategy, so they focus on growing the investments. Some people want that because they say, I want to grow my money. You'd be looking for a growth unit trust. Income unit trusts are ones that give a lot of dividends. They give a lot of frequent payments, depending on what you're looking for, because everybody are looking for something different. Everybody looking for something different. You decide which one you want. You can also want the two of them. You can say, I want a little growth, want some income, but you know what to have the discussion about. So Shanice is saying, is real estate alternative? Real estate used to be alternative, but now it's more mainstream. Say probably 10 years ago, real estate was alternative because it was the new kid at the time. But a lot of people now are investing in real estate in different ways. So when we say alternative, it's pushing now more into the crypto and the private equity and those form of investments. Equity multiplier account with Sagicor is a good one. I don't know, Teron, I don't know. You would have to speak with an advisor at Sagicor about that. I cannot say. All right. Does investing through a bank a bad idea due to high commission management or other fees compared to other platforms like Questrade? Very good question. So what Linda is asking is, should I put my money in the bank and make somebody manage it for me because my ear said the fees are high? Or should I do it myself on a platform like Questrade or Interactive Brokers, or go on GMB Moneyline or go on Sagicor or Marita or go on JTrader Pro? Should I do it myself or pay someone to do it? That is a personal decision, Linda. For persons who say, no, I want to do it myself, go and go educate yourself first so that you know what you're doing yourself. That's where the thing comes in. A lot of people say, I want to DIY, but you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know. So you're DIY and you're doing foolishness. If you don't know what to do, get a professional to do it for you and pay the fee, because that's more prudent. If you're willing to take the time to educate yourself on what to do, go and DIY. Absolutely. But if you not have time and you know that you're not going to fully commit to the process of learning, pay the fees. The trade-off is worth it. It is worth it. I have seen a lot of persons out there DIYing and losing all their money because they don't know what they're doing. And those persons make it bad for others because the stories they spread and people say, yeah man, Miss Matty put some money in her and she lose all that. Miss Matty never know what she do. She should lose all her money. She has to educate herself first on what to do. So very good question, Linda. It is a personal decision. If you are willing to take the time to go learn what to do, yes, DIY. But if you know you're not the time, you're not the devotion, what really matters at the end of the day is that you are investing. You don't have to beat up your chest and say, DIY, yeah. You don't have to do that. What you should be beating up your chest for is, invest. I'm investing, I'm building wealth. It don't matter which one you choose. It's a personal decision, but as long as you're investing, that's what we care about. So that's unit trust. Bouquet of investments. It can have some stocks in there, bonds. Some of them have real estate in there. It can be a growth strategy where the unit trust is focused on growing the investments, or it can be an income strategy where you're getting regular coupons, dividends, cash flow. You pick which one you want, but you know what to ask for. You also need to examine the fees to make sure that the fees you're paying, you are comfortable paying them. The fees differ, so you can shop around and say, all right, let me know what the fees are here. Go to another place. Hey, what are the fees? And then compare them and pick the one that works for you. It's a personal decision, but you know now what to look for and what to ask for. Next one, real estate. New, not so new anymore. But what's happening now with real estate is that persons either physically buy the property, and you benefit, you rent out a little piece of it, and you get that rental income. Over time, the real estate value usually goes up over time. So you get capital appreciation, they call it. The value of the real estate go up. You're building wealth that way because you're getting cash flow through the rental income, and the value of the house or whichever property, house or building, goes up over time. Another strategy, some people do Airbnb, they buy property, rent it out short term to get frequent income, but they still own the property, some of them. So the value goes over time and you're able to benefit from that. You're building wealth. For those who say, well, can't really buy the house yet, I don't really have the deposit, Keisha, I'm just learning, I'm just starting. A way for you to get real estate exposure, because we're still building wealth, we're still building, you can get into what's called a real estate investment trust, a REIT. All the banks offer them. You'd go in and say, I want some real estate exposure. Can you talk to me about the REITs that you have? And they will show you all of the pamphlets and the booklets and everything, and you see it. But you know what to ask for. And I don't want anybody here to leave thinking that, well, me not have money, so me not invest in other real estate. Me wait till me can buy a house. Don't wait. We're building wealth or identities around wealth. We know say we have to invest. We know say real estate is a nice component of that investment. So figure out which one you can do, but do one of them. Figure out which one you can do. So Nicola is saying here, pay to learn and educate yourselves. Avoid YouTube and other sites. Yeah, you have to get qualified education. Qualified education. Make sure who I teach you know what them are talk about. Good. Good point, Nicola. All right. So next one, stocks. That's another form of investments. We know that already. Stocks. When you buy stocks, you become a part owner of a company. They say stock represents ownership. You own a company. When you own one share, you're a one shareholder of the company. You own a little piece of the company. So with stocks, we have stocks in Jamaica, we have US stocks representing companies that are listed on an exchange, and you are a part owner. Once you buy one share, you're a part owner. At yours, you can say, look here, we own some of JMB because you have JMB shares. We own some of Scotia because we have Scotia shares. That's what it means. You have US stocks as well, global stocks, Chinese stocks, UK stocks. You have also, when you think about stocks, sectors that do well in high inflation. We know that inflation is a big problem from last year, and it probably come over into this year. Inflation is a big problem. No, when you're thinking about the stock then that you would have want to buy, no, you have to think about stocks that do well when inflation is high. What are these companies that do well when inflation high? Same here. What kind of company do well when interest rates going up? What is that business model? Because I want to invest in those companies because inflation high, interest rates going up. I want to invest in those companies because those companies going to do well in these types of environment. I also want high quality companies. Company that going to be here today, here tomorrow, hear from my children, hear from my grandchildren, hear from my great grandchildren. I want quality, lasting companies. That is the secret. When you're investing in stocks, you have to invest in quality. Some people just run in and say, no, I don't really know me I do, but me hear one guy or one girl say you must buy this, so me I go buy. You have to do your own research. If you're DIY, know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. You have to know, do your own research. Don't just run and follow what people say. Know what you're doing. Educate yourself. You have to find quality company. Quality of a definition of what it is it's here today, here tomorrow, here next year, here 10 years in the future. It's here to stay. That's a quality company in the simplest of terms. So Elrica is asking, what is Questrade? Questrade is for the Canadian folks. It's a Canadian trading platform. Deandra, good question. Keisha, the bank you have a brokerage account. Do you have to buy their shares? No, you don't. So say, for example, you have an account. You're doing your brokerage account through Sagicor. You're doing it through Questrade, which is in Canada. You're doing it through Wells Fargo in the US. You do not have to buy their shares. No. It's just a technology. It's a technology. It's a platform for you to click the buttons to buy, click the buttons to sell. But you have to know what way of clicking on. You have to educate yourself around that. All right. Another thing lots of people love is passive income. I like just waking up and seeing money in my account. I like dividends. I like coupons. Then this one is your slide. Passive income. You just sit back, relax. Ping, 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 ping. If you love that, hearing that, you need some passive income investment. What are these? Examples of them are dividend paying stocks. Your high interest savings account. You get income there. Quality companies that have a lot of cash and are willing to pay it out. So when you want to find out, now you say, all right, passive income on my thing, you know, just want to collect the money. You're going to go to your advisor and ask for these kinds of stocks. Say, can you show me your list of high dividend Jamaican stock? They do that research and can just pop it up, click the button, pop it up and show you. Can you show me high dividend US stock? Here it is. But now you know what to ask for. If you want passive income, these are the things you ask for. So Shani is giving some examples. Carreras has been traditionally one of the higher paying dividend stocks in Jamaica, yes. But Shanice, some people probably don't like Carreras for other reasons. Some people probably love it. Personal decision, but that's a good example of a high dividend stock in Jamaica, Carreras. Some people don't like it because them say, "Me really not the cigarette thing, you know, me can't. No, I don't want to invest in any company in that sector." So they may say no. But Careers is a company that would fall here in terms of getting dividends regularly. And the banks still used to pay a lot of dividends. That's kind of changed in the pandemic. But yeah, another area here, new up and coming. I want you guys get the first scoop on it because it is, I believe, a big area for investment over the next couple of years. We have no persons investing in business, a lot of private investing happening. You can have, boy, when start up a little restaurant and you building wealth could invest in that company. You can become a shareholder in that company. A lot of times, if you listen to Michael Lee Chin, for example, very closely, he always talks about this as a recipe, private investing. He said, the secret to wealth, own a few high quality companies. Whether you're buying the stock, you buy the one share, or you are a private investor, or you own your own company. You remember we talk about side hustles, you can own your own high quality company. That's an investment as well because that high quality company will grow in value over time. Anything you're doing when it comes to investing in stocks or companies, work to have over 10% ownership over time. It's a big number, but go on working towards it. For those who own their own business, you own more than 10%. But if you're thinking about investing in other people's business as a way to build wealth, because you can, and I want to think through it and connect and say, really, this girl, Miss Sarah, do a business and it really look like it'll go on, let me offer her some investments. You can do that. You become a shareholder in that company. Of course, you're going to draft up your legal paperwork with your lawyer. You're not going to just get the money and just leave it. You're going to protect yourself because you control your money. You're going to make sure the legal documents are done. But you can think about private investing as well. Because with the private investing, you still get your dividends when the company paying out them profits, and you benefit from the increase in the valuation of the company over time. So enough different ways we'll go through, enough different investments we talk about. I wanted to sink in. I'm going to leave it there, because I holy. I'm going to leave it there for tonight because I wanted to sink in. I want you to rewatch, making notes, because tonight we would have gone through a lot. We talk about saving, we talk about how to save, the smart way to save, and then we start looking at the different types of investments and really understanding the role of these investments and the strategies that we use with these investments. Is really powerful stuff, so you have to make it sink and make it simmer overnight and make you dream about it and then connect the dots so that tomorrow will come and we'll say, all right, boom, we're going full on with implementation. And I'm going to teach you that part, but you have to know this part. You have to know this part. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to rewatch. I'm going to take your notes and you go through. I see some questions coming in. I'm going to take them. But we're going down. Whew. You see, for me, you see me just roll it off from the tongue. I've done this for almost 20 years now. I can do it, but I'm teaching you, and I want the questions. For a lot of you guys here, it's new. So ask up your questions. I am here to answer them. You have the expert ready to answer them. Rewatch, taking notes, whatever is not clear. I'm going to leave a little time tomorrow at the start for all right, whenever clear, and you can tell me and I will answer them. So let me take these questions. Deandra says, when investing, how do you make your portfolio? Your portfolio, Deandra, is combining all of the different investments we talk about tonight. Combining them, putting them together. How much stock, how much bonds, how much real estate, how much private investing. Some people want cryptocurrency, which is long-term. The view I have on cryptocurrency is long-term, meaning you hold it for 15 years or more. Long-term. So how do you put them together? That's how you create a portfolio. For everybody, that is different. So This is where now you go to your advisor and you say, listen, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor, I want to create a portfolio. Tell them what you want into it, the categories that we went through. You give them those categories. And then we have to drill down another layer now to the specific stocks are so that you want to put in, the unit trust name where you want to put in. This is where the advisor come in now and say, all right, how about this? 1, 2, 3, this, that, that. That's the creation of the portfolio. If you say, boy, this is too much, Keisha, too much, you're like, nope, I can't do this. Pay for the unit trust fees, but at least you are investing. If you say, all right, Keisha, I want to do it myself, I want to learn, Money Blueprint course, I teach you how to create the portfolio. You can go there. We had the link from last night. Let me just bring it back up. So we have it, profitjumpstarter.com/join. Everything is there. Also in the replay from last night, we'll put the Money Blueprint course. If you want to learn how to create a portfolio for yourself, do the course. I teach you how to do that in the course in a lot of detail. I share a lot of screens, drop only a chart, show you how to do the calculations. You can build your own portfolio if you do that course. If you say, look here, I just want somebody to do it for me, go to your bank and ask your advisor to do it for you. If you say, Keisha, more you hold my hand and teach more for do, become a client with the Wealth Accelerator coaching program. I will hold your hand, show you what to do. If you say, boy, I know what to do already, I'm good, I just want to be better, Money Squad is your place. That's where we do that work. But there's a place for everybody. Everybody. I just really want to make sure that you're doing something. That's what I want to make sure you're doing something, because that's what is important. You have to be doing some form of investment. Let me take some more questions. Thanks for teaching in layman's terms. Every time. That's what I do. I say I can break it down very well. Oh, I flew by quick. Yes. Well, that's why I say, all right, let's go pause, let's just simmer, and we'll go through. I'm definitely going full on because I'm a fuller. All right. What if you have a little money and want to start up a loan business? All right. So Nadine, you're thinking no more from multiple income streams. That's where we're linking it back to the principles, right? The foundation. You're trying to create multiple income streams. So you're thinking about starting a loan business. That's a whole thing that we have to analyze that business. How are you going to set up the business? How are you going to price the loan? How are you going to make sure people can pay back the loan? Saying, lend out the money, you can't get it back. That's something now you'd have to sit down and do that work, right? Create a business plan. Also on the website, I have a same thing, profitjumpstarter.com, free guide. I have business plan templates because I really want to make sure you have everything you need. You have everything you need. So you can look there, Nadine, for that business plan template and start writing down your business idea, make it flesh out through that template. It asks a lot of questions that get you thinking about how you want to set up your loan business. But very good, creating these multiple income streams. How do you grow an existing income and growth account? Income and growth accounts are professionally managed by a portfolio manager. You can grow it. They are growing it. You're paying them a fee to grow it for you. If you're not happy with the growth of the account, which probably is the question, if you're not happy with the growth, speak with the manager, go back to the bank that you have the investment with and speak to them about the performance. It is your right to do that. Say to them, well, go on for the account here now grow, the performance is not commendable. What's going on? They will be able to answer you. They'll tell you why the performance is not going good. But you can't do anything, Rashid, other than take out your money or put in more money, because an income and growth is a unit trust. A professional portfolio manager is managing it for you, and you are paying them a fee to do that. What strategy you use to initiate selling your stocks? El Rico, that depends on fundamental research around the company. Are they the reason you buy the stock in the first place, which you should know your reason, the reason you bought it, the reason you invest in that company, has it changed? Are you ready to take profits? So whether the investing reason change or you decide time to take some profit, That's when you know when you need to sell. If you don't know why you buy it in the first place, and you're not really sure if you have time for sell it now, go under the Money Blueprint course where I teach you how to do fundamental research, which is what you need to learn to do. Because it sounds like a DIYing, and we want you to know how to D. So do the course. For stocks that give dividends, what is considered a good amount? It comes back to that inflation number that you have to know. You have to try and make sure the dividends you get plus the capital appreciation, the growth in the stock price beats inflation. So you have to do a little calculation. How we know what is inflation? We go on Statin website for Jamaican. We see the inflation number for the year. Write it down. Compare what's happening in your accounts to that number. That's how you know if the dividend. You work in percentage, not dollar amount. The percent for the dividends and the growth in the stock have to beat inflation. Next question, for savings accounts, are existing accounts adjustable or optimizable? For instance, with the different types of saving account. Don't know what you mean, endemic. Are they adjustable? The thing with the saving account, you have to try and get very good interest rate on it. That's really all there is to it. I don't know about optimizing them. Really not much you can do other than try and get the best interest rate. Give you a lot to think about. Yes, Stephanie, so we're going to dream tonight. We're going to sleep on it. Make it simmer. Make all of this new knowledge simmer. Would you talk about financial statements in your next live? That is a lot to go through in 1 hour, Deandra. So it's in the Money Blueprint course. That's where it is. Because not everybody wants to go so deep. This is very deep today. Trust me, a lot of people are like, whoo, Lord of mercy. Going through financial statement would be a lot. So if you want to take it that far, Deandra, check out the Money Blueprint course. Go to profitjumpstarter.com/join. The fees on the unit trust are expensive. Normal people you can learn what to do. Yes, you can DIY and learn what to do. You have to educate yourself. The fees are not expensive because the managers are doing a lot of work. It's not that they just sit down and look. They're managing the money for you. So you have to pay them for that. Or you learn how to do it yourself. Normal people can do it. It's not rocket science, but you have to take the time to learn. All right. Check out our desk how to write a business plan. Nice. Thank you for helping our Sashin. So we look at Money Crew coming. Very good. Thank you very much for your coaching. Anytime. Please explain proxy. Proxy means you're mailing your voting instructions. You mail it in. You can be there in person. So you write down your vote and mail it in. It would be equivalent to, you're mailing a ballot for an election. That's what the proxy is. I guess I can't keep dreaming of it. No, it's here. It's here. We're learning exactly what to do, Deandra. So we're here. We're here. No, for persons here tonight, we say, look here, I'm serious, I'm ready. Again, go to profitjumpstarter.com/join. Many different options there for you to take different activities. You can say, more I learn what to do. I'm going to DIY. I don't want to pay no management fee to nobody. More I learn what to do it myself. Go under the Blueprint course and learn how to manage your own portfolio, how to build it, and how to manage it. That's there. If you say, Keisha, hold my hand, show me what to do, show me the way. Sign up for the Wealth Accelerator coaching program. You get me one-on-one to teach you, hold your hand, hug you up, show you what to do. If you say, boy, I'm active, I can DIY every day, all day, come in the Money Squad with other DIY people, learn from each other there. 3 options. You can pick any one that works for you. Any one of them that works for you. All right. Going through Abigail, the dividend number is specific to what you're looking to achieve. It's not necessarily 6. It depends on the stock. So we'd have to go into that in the course. Money Blueprint does that. We'll look at that. All right. Thanks again, Keisha the teacher. Anytime. We're back here tomorrow for day 3. We're pushing a little deeper. We're going to start with Q&A first because maybe something never really connect. You're never really sure when you watch and rewatch. So come back tomorrow for day 3. We'll start with some Q&A and then we'll tie up everything with implementation because 2023, we're becoming wealthy. Tomorrow is all about how do I stay wealthy forever? Not wealthy for a day and then I'm broke tomorrow after that. Wealthy forever. What do I need to do to be wealthy forever? What do I do? That's what we're doing tomorrow, day 3, back right here. For those in the meantime, in between time, you can go to profitjumpstarter.com/join and sign up for something and get to working. You can do that there. Day 1 replays up. Yes, Shanice, day 1 is up. It's up, up, up. Day 2 will be up right after this. I'm excited to see everyone back for day 3 tomorrow. Remember, if you're ready for action, go right here, take your action. Day 3, pushing to the finish line on being wealthy forever. Tomorrow, I'll see you all there. Bye.